If you work in a big product team, it's likely that you've heard the term product strategy. But what does products mean? What does products team do? What are the responsibilities of the product strategy team? Let's get started. Before I jump into the video though, if you are new to this channel, firstly, I welcome you to the channel. Here we talk everything product management. I'm also very active across both YouTube and Instagram. So if you have any questions with respect to product management, or there's any way I can help improve your career in product management, feel free to drop either a comment or reach out to me on Instagram. The link is in the description. Now let's get started. So what is product strategy team? Product strategy team is one of the extensions of the product team per se that is more market facing. What do I mean by market? So while a product manager is a role who works very closely with design, business, growth across all departments, when the product is big, products like Amazon, Flipkart, or even size startups, it becomes very hard for the product manager to work both with internal stakeholders and also with external stakeholders. Secondly, when a product has so many business lines, it becomes very hard for the product manager to align all of these product lines with respect to the planned product vision, roadmap, etc., etc. So effectively what the product leader would do is they'd hire like a product strategy individual who would then work with these individual product managers to ensure that the products continue to align on the product vision per se. So effectively, this is the products team who not only is outward looking or external, but also ensures that the products internally built out align with the vision, and the roadmap and the changes that happen align with the vision, ensure that the changes that are happening in the market are accounted in the product. Third, ensure that there is minimal risk with respect to the changes. Fourth, ensure that the customer requirements that are channeled to sales effectively reach the product manager if the requirement is aligned with the product vision. So if I have to summarize all of this, a product strategy team is responsible for defining the long-term vision and direction of the product. So what the team effectively does is that looking at the long-term vision of the product, they build like a product roadmap that outlines these key and milestones for the product to achieve in order to achieve that vision per se. They also work closely with other teams across a design or engineering or sales or growth to ensure that whatever is either being built out or laid down as a requirement or going to the facing customer used to stay aligned with the product vision. They also play a very important role when it comes to product positioning, packaging, pricing, and even the messaging that reaches the end consumer per se. One of the major responsibilities also involve communicating this vision and to not only the external stakeholders but also the leadership. So all that being aligned, what's the difference between say a product manager and the product strategy team? A product manager works very closely with the engineering team, especially when the product is huge, to build out specific requirements laid down by the product strategy team. But in a smaller company, because the product itself is not too huge, a product manager also takes care of the product side. So effectively, if I were to boil down the abilities of the product strategy team, number one, it would be market research and gathering customer feedback, driving long-term product roadmap that outlines key features and milestones of the product, working closely with a bunch of teams to ensure that the product continues to stay aligned with the product vision, defining product messaging, pricing, packaging, etc. Collaborating with marketing and sales to ensure that product value proposition is communicated to the end customer, monitoring market trends, competitors, and risks in order to ensure the growth opportunities and improvement points, analyzing data points and metrics to understand the success of new launches and make data-driven, providing guidance and support to the product manager and ensure that the product manager is aligned with the core vision of the product. And so this is what a product strategy team typically does, and effectively the abilities of the product team. I hope this video was able to add value to you and was able to answer your question. If yes, consider subscribing to the channel, drop a like on this video, share this across with a friend, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks so much.